I'm going to do a video on how I light my wood stove. A couple of things. Newspaper, plenty of it. Bio bricks. It's basically compressed sawdust. I get it Easton Ice in Brockton for $6 for 20 of them. And I can go through about $25 worth in a week if I light my fire when I get home at 5. But for the storm I probably went through 20 a day because it had to heat all day around. Bio bricks. Duraflame quick starters. And what you do with the quick starters is I open them up. And they come like this. You can break them. So I get it down to 1. Comes with 4 in a package. And then I break them in half. And that small size will start a fire. Be fine. On my stove. Okay, my damper is on the top right hand corner of my stove. And before we light the fire, we want to open the damper all the way to the right. You have to check with your manufacturers to make sure that's how you open your damper, because stoves are different. And a lot of people have their damper on the stove pipe. So you want to figure out which way is open. Now usually, if you have the handle on the stove pipe, if you go perpendicular, then it's shut off. So you want the handle to be in line with the pipe. But you could probably feel the breeze inside the stove when you open it all the way. Okay, and you only leave it open all the way for the beginning of the fire. I'll explain some more later. Another thing I will do before I start my fire, I will open the back door. You can either open a door if you have one, or you can just open a window. As long as you cause a draft, just for starting. After the fire started, you can close them. You need a lot of newspaper. The whole idea is to make the inside get as hot as possible, as quick as possible, so the heat will rise, so it doesn't come into your house. If you don't do it right, smoke billows into your house. So I usually do, anywhere from 5 to 10 big pieces of newspaper. Right now I don't have the real big pieces of newspaper. I got to take a circular and probably double it up. I did this yesterday and smoke came into the house. You've got to make sure you have enough newspaper in there. You've got to heat it up as quick as possible. Okay, so I got about 8 pieces in there. I doubled some up. Take my bio bricks. Just how they showed me in another video. Okay, so after the fire gets going good and strong and you close the door, you have to shut the damper down. You read the warning, it says only fully open for the first 5 minutes of the startup. That's because the wood will get so hot you can actually warp the stove. So we take the damper, and on mine, put it right about there, 3/4 of the way closed. After about an hour and a half, well, first I have to open my damper. And again, my damper is on my wood stove and throw it to the right. So you open it slowly because it gets all that air in there and the sparks can go everywhere. This is, I don't know if I say after an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is. So I make my coal bed. Nice warm coal bed. And you want the middle open. So you want a coal bed on the left and a coal bed on the right. And the reason for that on my stove is because there's pipes inside here. And when the gases all swirl around inside, they shoot down to this bottom opening right here that blows it straight across. Now you're supposed to have gloves, but I haven't bought them yet. So I risk burning my hands. Oh, that's hot. I'll put 2 on that side and 2 on this side. You don't want to put too many in because you'll overheat your stove. I know this works for me. And this will keep the room about, 75 degrees, 70 to 75 degrees for about 3 hours. Because even after the biobricks burn out, they still throw a lot of heat. So I'll put this down 3/4 of the way so I get some heat. And then when I close the door, I want to close it just so it causes the flame, it causes the wood, the bed to really get hot, and it will ignite things fast. And you do that just by leaving it open a crack. You gotta find the sweet spot. Right about there. You just gotta give it time to ignite everything. And you can see when I finally close the door all the way, the flames will slow down. See that? How they just slowed down. And if I wanted to just get the other one caught, again I would bring it up. Find that spot where everything goes crazy. Right there. Can't get that one on the side to heat up. Not a big deal. Oh, there it goes. It'll eventually burn. And this is good for 2 hours. And again, maybe even 4 hours. The things will light for an hour and a half to 2 hours. But they'll throw heat for an additional 2 hours. All right. Talk to you. Any questions, just leave me a response underneath the video. Thanks.